Hey y'all, welcome to Camirra's Kitchen. Today we are making a creamy and delicious baked chicken spaghetti. And I paired this with some garlic bread and some peas to make this a full meal. This is simple for a weeknight or even a Sunday dinner. If you love soul food, go ahead and check out my ebook in the description box. And we are going to get started with making the chicken. Now I am going to be using about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs because they got the most fat and the most flavor, but you can use chicken breast as well. And I'm going to add some water, some rosemary, as well as some chicken bouillon and chicken seasoning. I'll link them in the description. And I am just going to let this boil cover for about 15 to 20 minutes until the chicken is cooked. Now, while that is cooking, I am going to saute 8 ounces of sliced baby bella mushrooms and 1 onion that I have diced. Now, I like to go ahead and saute my mushrooms without any salt first. That will actually let more of the water come out and they won't get tough. So you want to saute these for about 5 minutes before you add your 4 cloves of chopped garlic, and then saute that for just about 30 seconds. Now I'm going to put my salt as well as my other seasonings. So I'm going to add some dried thyme, and I'm also going to use this poultry magic. Now, truthfully, I ain't measuring. Y'all cooks in the South, you know what to do. But I'll try to give you some estimated measurements in the description box. I'm also going to add some of my salt-free onion and herb seasoning. And I am going to also put in some flour. So I'm going to sort of be making a semi-homemade sauce here. All right. So I am going to be using the flour to thicken up and make a gravy. But I'm also putting in 1 can of cream chicken. All right. Because it tastes good and it's just an easy starter. But I really wanted to add the fresh mushrooms as well as a can of evaporated milk. We're basically doing a little bit of semi-homemade, you know what I mean? So we're using a bit of a starter, but we're also giving it a wonderful flavor by adding in a lot of fresh ingredients. I'm going to put in about 1 teaspoon of this chicken bouillon base just to give it a little bit of kick, all right? And then I'm going to just season to my taste. I felt like it needed some more of all the seasonings we used. And it's okay if your gravy tastes a little bit stronger than you might want, because remember, you're going to be adding pasta to this, so it's going to get a little bit milder. I wanted a little bit of a cheese pool, so I'm going to put in just about 2 to 3 ounces of some fresh mozzarella cheese. And this sauce is done, honey, once that cheese melts. At this point, the chicken is ready. Y'all, look how easy this recipe is moving along. You see, we already did 2 things, okay? We're going to take the chicken out and we're going to set it on a plate to the side because we're going to shred it. And then I'm going to add in some water, just enough so that I have enough to let my noodles boil in this. I'm only going to be using 12 ounces of pasta. But if you want to use a whole pound, then just make a little bit extra of the sauce and you know, do what you need to do, okay? I'm going to cook this according to the package instructions, and then I'm going to shred my chicken. You can also use rotisserie chicken, leftover baked chicken. Honey, don't make this too hard. Now, technically, you could also use canned chicken, all right? Which one you going to use, okay? Now I am going to drain my noodles. I'm not going to rinse them. And I'm also going to reserve 1.5 cups of the pasta water. You might need that pasta water to thin out your sauce, because as this, gravy sits, it gets a little thick. Thick with 2 C's, baby. And it may be a little hard to mix the noodles in with the sauce. All right. But you don't want to dilute the flavor by just adding water. That would not be good. Okay. So I'm going to add in my noodles, and I started out with these tongs, and then I said, baby, this is just too much gravy going on. And so I had to go ahead and I had to get 2 spatulas, and I had to toss everything around. And at this point, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add in that pasta water. That's going to loosen everything up. And then I was like, okay, this is the perfect consistency. Now, of course, you're going to want to taste it because everything is just going to be done to your taste. So I decided I wanted to put in a little bit of chicken bouillon powder, a little pepper, a little garlic powder, just to give it, a little extra seasoning, a little pinch of salt. And this gravy was really delicious just like this. However, I want to bake mine. I feel like having that cheese layer on top just makes it extra special. So I'm going to put this in my casserole dish, and I am going to put on as much cheese as you want, honey. All right, ain't nobody stopping you. Okay, it's your dish. So, but I am going to put on 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. Yes, I let somebody else shred it. Don't come for me. Okay, you can shred yours with a grater if you want to. I'm going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees for about 25 minutes until the top is golden and it's nice and bubbly. Now, I am also going to just do some quick garlic bread. And when I say quick, baby, I'm going to let the store do it for me. All right. Now, of course, we can make homemade garlic bread. But today, I'm just going to take some garlic bread. I'm going to pop it in my air fryer at 385 degrees for 5 minutes. I'm going to warm up some peas from the bag. And, baby, I got an easy, quick meal. Let me know if you're going to make this. You guys know that I love you and Jesus loves you. God bless you for watching my channel. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.